Hi, everybody. Adam here. Welcome back. Today, we're going to be continuing our journey in Slay the Spire 2. We have, as of last episode, beaten Act 3 once with the defect. I would like to, this time around, go back and play the Ironclad again. We have not played the Ironclad in quite a while because we went through all the other characters. So, knowing what we know now, I'd like to see if we can try to beat Act 3 with the Ironclad, see if we've learned some things that'll help us out as we're moving through here. And it'll be interesting to play. The Ironclad has this ability at the end of combat, heal 6 HP. Always nice when you get a bit of a healing boost as a character. So let's see how this works out for us. So first off, we get to choose our initial bonus. Upon pickup, gain 150 gold. That would be really good. Remove one card from your deck. Choose one of 3 rare cards to add to your deck. Add injury. 1 injury to your deck. I think I'm going to go with the 150 gold because I feel like that opens up getting a relic early from the store. Like if we were to go up this middle path, yeah, I kind of feel like that's probably what we want to do and see if we can get a relic here at the first shop. 8 damage to vulnerable. Get a bit more damage in there. They're coming with 7 attack. We can block all of that and do a bit more damage. Not bad. Can we? We're not going to be able to do quite enough to take them out this time. So they are going to get 8 damage on us, which is not ideal. But there. They are no more. We get some gold. We get to add a card. Gain 2 strength. Gain 5 block. Deals 5 damage. That could be. That's probably the one to do. Let's do the Iron Wave. So after the healing of 6 HP, we're up to 78 out of 80. So it's not bad. Lost a little bit, but we can recover that back fairly quickly. We defend and just make sure that we don't take any damage. We can do this one here, which will get us block and damage. Let's do bash. So we are going to take another 1 damage. But that's okay. We can heal that back. What? Okay, that's not bad. That gives us a chance here. I like this Iron Wave. 5 block, 5 damage. Strike in there, and then we can add some more blocks. So we are going to take 4 damage. It's unfortunate, means that at the end of combat, when we heal, we're still going to be 1 short of being full health. But we can live with that. Let's do this one here, the bloodletting. I feel like that could be useful. More energy is probably a better thing. 50% discount on all products. Start each combat with 1 dexterity, which improves your block. Whenever you enter a shop room, heal 15 HP. Kind of like the 50% discount on all products. Gain 30 block and exhaust. Gain 4 plating. Let's do the discount. We can try this one. This expect a fight. I think the ability to potentially get some extra. It doesn't let you get it from other means though after that. Maybe it's better to go, let's grab plating. Let's try that. Plating will help us a bit. So we're going to have a normal combat next. That was not the best shop outcome. Let's see what we can do here with the normal battle. Defend so we don't take any damage. That should be okay. Like this Iron Wave. I like things that let you damage and get some block. Defend, defend. I don't think it's worth doing. We'll take the 1 damage and then we'll just finish him on the next turn. To get some plating, just to help give us a bit of defense. We are going to take 7 damage. That's less than ideal. There we go. Hard fought. We get 16 gold. We get powdered demise. Enemy loses 9 HP at the end of each of its turns. That seems cool. Let's try the body slam. If we get pretty good with our block, that could end up being quite powerful. The trick there would be nice if we were able to retain our block and get a relic that's giving us more block just to start the turns. Let's defend a couple times. It means we're going to take a couple damage, but we can do 10 damage back because of that. It's not bad. Let's get some stone armor. That should be enough. Yeah, we blocked all the damage. The Entangled is not amazing, but we'll play the Iron Wave because that'll give us some block and some attack. Let's do the Bloodletting and try that out. We can defend, so that gets us more there. So we are going to take 6 damage. Not ideal, but we can live with that. Let's bash. Let's do the block so we don't lose too much health. Still did take some damage. Defend, defend, attack. Wearing him down. We get bash in here. Do the bloodletting. Strike. So we're going to take 16 damage. Not great. I hope this relic is worth it. There we go. Oh, this was just the normal. We weren't even at the point of a relic yet. 5 block, upgrade a card in your hand. Let's do the Thunderclap. This is the one right here. Use our potion there, which will hopefully help us out. Get some initial damage. Body slam, I guess. It's going to do a bit of damage. Bringing down his health. Try to help out a little bit so they don't lose too much health. Definitely taking some damage. We are taking a lot of damage here. Not ideal, but let's see. We're still going to take another 8 damage. No, not quite 8. Another 6, yeah. That's good at least. Upon pickup, raise your max HP by 14. Can live with that. This Crimson Mantle could be good, because that could give us a way to start racking up some decent amounts of block. Which way are we going to go? Let's go this way. Fortune favors the bold, I think they say. Let's transform a card. We can pick one of these strikes. Armaments. So it would have done 6 damage. Now it does 5 block and it upgrades a card in our hand. So not too bad. What is this? Elite battle. Okay, we have fought this character before. So now the question is, can we bring enough block and healing to the party? Not bad. We are going to take damage though. 12? No, maybe not 12. We're going to take maybe 8. Yeah, 8. Let's get this out here. Lots of defending. We can play that to get a little damage in there. It's good. We blocked everything. But we lose it. We lose 1 HP every turn. Body Slam Plus becomes a 0 cost card. It's a good amount of damage. That's nice to see. I think this is definitely another one of those like fortune favors the bold. We got to just finish them off. We can't afford to sit back too much. 18. I think we want to do it like that. Then we can get that, and then we can do that. Only 3 health left. We took 4. Then we're going to take 1 more here. Yeah, we're scraping the bottom of the barrel for health. Gain 10 block. Next turn, gain 10 block. That was a potion. This one's Stone Cracker. At the start of each combat, upgrade 2 random cards in your draw pile for the rest of combat. I think that will be good. Whenever you gain block, deal 6 damage to a random enemy. Sure. We can try that and see what that does. What we got going on here? Every 10th attack you play deals double damage. That is probably a good thing. Get ourselves a bit of block and a bit of damage. Let's drink that, which should keep us out of taking damage, because I really don't want to go any lower if we can avoid it. So that is good. Down to just 2 of them. They're doing 13 damage. Let's try playing the Juggernaut. And then if we do defend, that does a little bit of damage over there. I think that is all good. Let's bash there. Defend, so we had 8 block. No, it's not worth anything there. We're going to block everything that they've got coming in. Doing okay, doing okay. We need now to finish this character off. Yes. Apply 1 vulnerable, gain 1 strength for each vulnerable on the enemy. Exhaust. Deal 5 damage twice, gain 3 strength. Let's do this dominate. I feel like it's got the potential to scale up in a nice way. Let's go here and heal at the fire. We are back up to 50 health. That is huge. Huge, huge, huge. Now, let's try to minimize damage that we take. Should block that. Yep. So we're still good there. I think we can do that. Let's take the 8 block. Gain block 2 damage. Five, and we're going to upgrade a card. This gives us 3 energy. That seems like a good thing. Add a block, and they took damage. It's 24. We're going to take 3 damage. It's okay. There, we managed to take out the first guy. Big damage there. Like that, every time we take on extra block, we end up doing damage. So it's a nice little way to just passively chip away at them. Breakthrough. Deal 9 damage to all enemies. You lose 1 HP. Can try that one. I like doing the damage to everybody. Let's get the Crimson Mantle out. Let's get defend and a strike. $16 damage coming our way, but a little bit of damage. We're going to take 3. Get some block. Lose some HP to get some energy. And then this guy's going to split into all the smaller ones in a moment too. That is always a lot. Let's defend, block, plating. Shouldn't take any damage there. Bash. Body slam. So now we're going to have all those little ones appear. So now the question is, how far can we get through these? We've got 13 block, they've got 12 attacks, so that's good. And turn, because we should be okay. Now, what do we got going on here? It's 8 damage. Let's get rid of that. Simplify things. Simplify things. We're going to take some damage, which is unpleasant. We are in a tough jam here. But let's do that one. That one, and then let's get some block out. Should keep us okay. This should be it. Yeah, there we go. Red Skull. While your HP is at or below 50%, you have 3 additional strength. I don't know if that's necessarily worth getting your health run down for, but I guess it is useful. Means that we have a chance here. Perhaps more of a chance than we otherwise would. That was the perfected strike that I took there. Deal 6 damage, deals 2 additional damage for all your cards containing strike. So that should be interesting. Let's go into the store. At the start of your turn, gain 2 strength, and all enemies gain 1 strength. Sure. Cards containing strike deal 3 additional damage. At the start of each combat, gain 4 plating. That is probably a big deal. Any other cards that really grab our attention? I mean, another bloodletting could be good. Just because we're getting some expensive cards. Let's rest. So we go from 19 up to 47. That is good, but I wish it was closer to the max end of that scale. So there we got an upgraded version of the Crimson Mantle. So we're going to lose 1 HP every turn, but gain 10 block. 5 block, 10 damage here. Oh, but he's got the thing minimizing the damage. Let's do the 4 plating. That's good. I'm not going to take any damage. Thunderclap. Strike. 34 damage. That's awesome. No, it's 50, 34. Oh, 51 because they're vulnerable, I see. But it's just the one. Just the one because of, yeah, the slippery business. That's pesky and annoying. They're doing 28 damage. That is annoying. They're going to do 29. I feel like we just need to give ourselves something more going on here. I take 13 damage. Took some wounds. Let's do armaments. Let's bash. Yay for doing bigger damage. They're going to buff themselves. Let's Let's do Iron Wave. Bash. Let's take some more defend. Doing okay here. 30 damage to enemy and to the enemy and apply 1 vulnerable. Yeah, the perfect strike. We're dealing with some bigger damage. That's all starting to come together fairly well, which makes me happy. We've got the Potion of Binding. Apply 1 weaken, 1 vulnerable to all enemies. 100 gold. What card are we going to get here? Not yet. Skill, heal 10, health, and exhaust. This turn, your next attack is played an extra time. Aggression. At the start of your turn, put a random attack from your discard pile into your hand and upgrade it. I like that. I think that will be pretty strong. Has the potential to be anyways, we'll see. On to Act 2. Upon pickup, obtain 2 common cards, 2 uncommon, and 1 rare. Gain 4 potion slots filled with random potions. Transforms Bash into Beak. Or Bash into Break, I should say. Not Beak, Break. Deal 8 damage. Apply 2 vulnerable. This is cheaper. Deal 20 damage and apply 5 vulnerable. I think we can do that then. I like the cheaper, more damage, more better, more good. Which one do we want to try to go up? Okay, I don't know if we're going to do a lot of elite boss fighting here. We'll go this way. We may end up missing a bunch of those elites, but yeah, we can do that. We'll take a bit of damage up front, but then I think we'll be in a pretty good spot. Took the armor plating. So I like this Crimson Mantle. It's super useful. We'll do the Iron Wave, some damage and some block. Defend. This does more damage. It's awesome though, right? Like every time we get more block, we do more damage. So it works out well. Beak. Thunder. Take some block. Only 2. There's 2 health left. Really? Oh, and then that worked out. Okay, that was good. Take our stolen card back. Shrug it off, headbutt, or true grit. Let's go with the upgraded shrug it off. Some more block, I think, will be a good thing. I feel like we're really becoming quite strong here, which is nice to see. Bloodletting, Juggernaut. Just do body slam. It's not going to be a big deal, but take a little bit of damage. Let's do break. I always want to say beak, but anyways, let's go break. Armaments. Can upgrade the thunderclap. Just keep chipping away. 32 block. That's Not ideal, but we can chip away at that pretty considerably. So we did okay there. We didn't end up taking any additional. Yeah, and there you go. Look at that. We got a little bit of healing at the end there too. It's the nice thing about this character. Deal 16 damage to all enemies. At the end of your turn, if this is in your exhaust pile, play it. But it doesn't actually exhaust. Interesting. Let's take this one then. Let's get the plating. Plating, I think, will be useful. Let's go up this way because we're going to head towards that store. Let's do this so that we get one vulnerable on him and one strength for us. Then we should be able to do the break. Oh, I guess we should have done that the other way around ideally, but anyways, we'll lose some HP, get some energy. So we are going to take, I don't think it's useful to do that right now. We're going to take some damage. It's not ideal, but we'll be okay. Juggernaut will be useful. Stone armor will feed right into that. Let's do the ampule this time. No, it's not the one that I would have chosen, but that's okay. We're gonna take some damage, not ideal. Dealing damage all over the place by giving ourselves block. Another potion of binding. Exhaust all non-attack cards in your hand. Gain 5 block for each card exhausted. Gain 12 block whenever you are attacked this turn. Deal 4 damage back. Deal 5 damage to all enemies X times. I like the idea of this flame barrier, I think. I think that could be a useful card. Let's do the Juggernaut. Get a bit of block going. So we can start to do some extra damage. We are going to take some damage, which is unfortunate. Maybe we should try these potions. That did some damage. We lose a little bit of HP, but then we deal 18 damage. That worked out fairly well. We'll do the strike. We've got some big damage cards if we can keep our health together. We're going to try this pillage. Deal 6 damage, draw cards until you draw a non-attack. I mean, we do have a fair number of non-attacks, but that could be, see, it could be interesting. Always interesting to see what some of these do and play around with them a bit. Upon pickup, obtain an additional copy of a card in your deck. At the start of each combat, apply 1 weak to all enemies. Every 3 turns, gain an energy. That's that could be good. We've got the Whirlwind, which we saw before. Setup Strike can be good. I think that this could be interesting. Question is, what do we want to get the extra copy of? Maybe we'll try Break. I feel like Break could be good. Then we can do one of these. Let's get some energy. I like the sounds of that. Then let's stop there. So we go this way. So we are going to get a chance to at least heal a bit. I think that is going to be huge. Now, what do we want to... Nothing really changes on that, does it? That at least... That does something, so we'll try that. See how that works. We shouldn't take any damage. Juggernaut, I think, is a must. Plating will help us. Let's lose a little bit of health so that we can do some more damage. We are going to take some damage. It's not perfect, but that's okay. We can shrug it off. The break is so good. So plating, defend. Let's use this skill and see if we can just end this. If you exhausted a card this turn, gain 3 energy, apply 3 vulnerable. This turn, your next attack is played an extra time. I don't think we can do anything with that, but that's okay. We can take a couple damage, but we should be able to basically finish this off. Break is a pretty powerful card. I think that'll be a good one. Let's go up here. What are we gonna get? Upgrade 2 random skills. It's not horrible. That's probably all good. You're actually very close to being full health, which is shocking. It's been a while since we've been there. Feels that way anyways. 12 block. Another 5 block. Yeah, there we go. I think we are good. We're going to also do some return damage there. Let's get the stone armor, strike, and defend. Let's do Juggernaut and shrug it off. We are going to take some damage, unfortunately, but not too bad. Let's dominate, make them vulnerable. Let's get some defense on there, which will do some damage. Deal 32 damage. Okay, I think we can do that. Took a little bit of damage there, but generally in a not bad spot. That worked out pretty well. The damage really starts to rack up there. Stampede, at the end of your turn, one random attack in your hand is played against a random enemy. Let's do the stone armor. I don't feel like we necessarily have attacks that are left over in our hand. I mean, in principle, that sounds like it would be a good thing. I just don't feel like it's super applicable to us. 22 damage. So we're giving ourselves a little bit of block, but we are going to take damage here, which is unfortunate. Hopefully it won't be too bad. Let's do the dominate. Let's get some block going on, some more block going on. Then we can, oh, we don't have the energy. Let's do that because I think it's valuable to do that. Just not quite enough. We're going to take some damage here, but I think we'll be okay. Juggernaut, we're going to do damage when we apply block. $31 damage, but we can't do it anyways. So that should be good. We shouldn't take any more damage. Yeah, no more damage, and then he is toast. A weak potion that could be useful. We can do the setup strike, I guess. Let's go back to the store. I don't know if we're really going to be able to do much of anything here. Start each combat with 1 strength. Every time you play 3 attacks in a single turn, gain 4 block. That could be nice. Exhaust your hand, deal 7 damage for each card exhausted. Gain 2 strength. Gain 2 energy, exhaust. That's probably a useful one to have. One buffer. Sure, let's take that. That may save us at some point here. We're going to go up this way. Iron Wave. Do the Perfected Strike. And turn. Stone Armor. Do the Breakthrough. Defend. Defend. Not ideal, but that's going to make sure we don't take any more damage here than we have to, which is no damage. So I really want to make sure we're going in as close to full strength as possible. Grab that. We can grab Flaming Barrier, which should be enough with the plating that we've got. They took a bit of damage, so that's good. Crimson Mantle. Let's do the Dominate. Two, three, four, five. Yeah, we'll do this then. Add some more plating. Do a whole bunch of damage. Even more damage. Massive. That worked out pretty well. Let's grab Juggernaut again. I think that is going to be very useful, especially if we can get multiple Juggernauts off successfully. End of Act 2. What is in store for us? It's good we can get a Juggernaut out there. Let's just do a defend, which will do some damage there. Yes, I remember this one. At the end of your turn, take 6 damage. Yeah, we'll do that. Because I feel like we can avoid damage a whole bunch. Production, so we can take plating. We want to do this one. Then we can do this one because now we've got the extra strength. Some more block, which will do some more damage. Took a couple damage there, not bad. Aggression. Dominate. Plating. Guess that's all. They're coming with 33. That is a lot of damage. We can do break, which will be huge. We can defend. We can do breakthrough, which is more big damage. So we can do perfected strike. I feel like we do need, let's get this out here because now we can start doing 12 damage, which I think is worth it. The end of your turn takes 7 damage. I don't know. We gotta make this happen fast. This is gonna run out. 7 block, 24 damage. I think that's huge. 30 damage. Oh yeah, we need that. 23 damage. 37 damage. Oh boy, do we have enough to weather this storm? We don't have a lot left. We got to make this happen. 32. Another 32, and we're done. Wow. I was a little worried there. 100 gold, attack potion, add a card. I don't think we need any more juggernauts. Offering, lose 6 HP, gain 2 energy, draw 3 cards. Whenever you draw a card containing strike, it is played against a random enemy. Oof, I like the sounds of that. But let's see. Let's see where that takes us. Act 3. So now it's the moment of truth, what it was all for. How far can we get here? Whenever you play 2 or fewer cards in a turn, take half damage from enemies. Upon pickup, gain 999 gold. At the start of each combat, fill all empty potion slots with random potions. We're going to take the 999 because I'm hoping we can get some interesting relics going on. If we go here and we go there, we can hit a couple of store options here. So let's do that. Now these are the ones that are going to come after my max HP. That is not amazing, but if we do that, you're gone. We can gain 5 block. What if we drink this? Deal 4 damage twice. Gain 5 block. Deal 32 damage. This one would do 8 damage. So if we did this, 4 damage twice would be 8, plus another 8 would be 16. So that's not going to be enough. Oh yeah, if we do this one, this is the one we want. Because we've got our plating. So that should kick us up, yeah. So we didn't lose max HP. Yay! But we have to keep going. Let's deal 10 damage. Deal 24. Heal. We are going to lose a couple of max HP here. Yeah, down to 92. Not amazing. But I think overall we survived that fairly well. Body Slam Plus, probably a good one. Let's go up here. So now we should do Iron Wave. We need to be blocking. This is going to do a bunch of damage. More damage. We might as well do that one and get this one out. We are going to take some damage, which is not ideal. But I think we should get that one out. We get that one. That one. So we are going to take some more damage. That's not amazing, but we should be able to now start crushing that guy. Yeah, there we go. It's not ideal that we took so much damage, but I think we did okay. Another infernal. It's not. It's our first infernal blade, right? It's the iron wave that we have. Yeah, that was our first infernal blade. Let's go to the store. What do we got? The first time each combat you exhaust a skill, add a copy of it to your hand. Whenever you rest, heal an additional 15. Whenever you enter a rest site, start the next combat with an additional 2. I like all of that. At the start of your turn, deal 5 damage to all enemies and increase this damage by 5. I like that. I like that one too. 2 strength, 9 damage, draw 1. So I think we're going to take each one of these because I think these are all very affordable and useful to us. Let's grab the rolling boulder and the pommel strike. Let's even look at getting rid of a card. What would we get rid of? What would we get rid of that would let us get to things? There's almost nothing because we need, these ones have strike in them, so they are helping us. What do we got going on down here? Energy. Let's add that one in. Gain 2 energy. Sure, we'll try that. I think the potions will be useful as well, but let's see how this goes. I think we can drink this one and it will help us out. It's Juggernaut. Set up strike. We go here, we can choose colorless. Gain 13 block, retain your hand this turn. We don't have any energy for that. Oh, but this is going to be a free one to play. So that could be... I don't think I mind that. Got some damage in a couple times over, like that. They got some block. These ones are upping their strength. The next card is played an extra time. Let's do that. Let's do the flame barrier. So I like that. This is going to do enough to, yeah, we got enough going on to end them. All of that was good. We can shrug it off. Stone armor, stone armor. Thunderclap. And let's see. If we, is it useful? 12 damage. It's not going to be useful. It's 28. Let's end the turn, I think. Took a bit of damage, but I think we should be able to ideally. Let's get that. And then if we do that, that, then we are through. Blessing of the Forge. Upgrade all cards in your hand for the rest of combat. Let's get the Iron Wave Plus. And we are looking for, so we're going to want to take this path to get to that second, store. Owl Magistrate. Do we go all out? I don't know if that was ideal. We are going to take some damage here. And if we, what do we want to do? 36 damage is coming. That's a bit brutal. Actually, let's do this. Let's drink this. So that'll give us more block. Because we definitely need it. Because we got a lot of damage coming through here. Oh, let's get that one going. That'll be good. And that one. And that one. There's the strike. That is nice to have. We can do Iron Wave Plus. Stone Armor. Bloodletting, which will let us do the Flame Barrier. And then more damage. So we're going to take 9 damage. This is far closer than I wanted it to be, but let's see. Let's do the Infernal. Twin Strike. We can do another Infernal. Pillage. There we go. That was far more dramatic than I wanted, but think I'm actually going to skip. I think we will skip that. I don't know that that's any of those were super important for us. So we want to go this way to the rest area. We were at 26. Now we're at 68. That's huge. And then I think we're going to end up with 2 extra energy. At the start of your second turn, gain 14 block. I like that. So does that mean that we have 5 energy here? Yeah, 5 energy here. Juggernaut. We want Iron Wave. Stone Armor. Strike. That's good. We're not going to take any damage. That's what we like to see. Let's defend. Then we can body slam. Big damage. Strike. Strike. Still no damage. That is good. Let's add Infernal Blade. Fight me. Deal 11 damage twice. Gain 3 strength. Infernal Blade again. Stomp. Deal 21 damage to all enemies. Costs 1 less energy for each attack played this turn. If we get the Juggernaut out, we can then do another Iron Wave. Bigger damage. Their strength is increasing. 44. 45. 17 damage. This one will deal 24. Well, I think we need block. Let's do the setup strike. 26, 19. There we go. The damage can really rack up when we get going there. I was a little worried, but that's glad things came together. Setup strike plus. I think that'll make our cards stronger. I think that is all good. This is the tricky one. Can we make it through this? Infernal. Rampage. Infernal again. We want to shrug it off and Juggernaut. Bloodletting so that we can then defend. We can use the weak. That'll help us out with taking damage. And if we do break and whirlwind and turn, so we are going to take a little bit of damage, but not bad. Iron Wave. Dominate. Defend. That sets us up well. Actually, let's do Stone Armor plus. Let's get armaments. which can then let us upgrade another stone armor. And then another stone armor. End turn. And then we're going to take 17 damage. Oof. Whoa, 48. Good grief. 27 damage. 25, 17. Let's actually, what if we do, let's do this, the 25 and 5 vulnerable. That would be 27. This would be 17. Ugh, we're only going to be left with like 2 health at the end of this. Oh, okay. It's gonna, yeah, we do have some, we've got a lot of plating, so that is good. That helps. Oh, phew. I was so worried. Fairy in a bottle. When your HP would be reduced to 0, instead this potion is discarded and you heal to 30% of your max HP. That sounds great. At the start of each combat, deal 9 damage to all enemies. That sounds great. Gain 8 block. You receive 50% less damage from vulnerable enemies this turn. I think we will take that. Let's proceed. We need to go this way. We are trying to get to that store. Can we hold on long enough to get there? That is going to be the question. We can play the rolling boulder. And we can set ourselves up with some plating. We can add Juggernaut. And we can... How much damage do we have coming our way? 12. Let's do the Crimson Mantle then. I think that will be important. So now we can hopefully start, yeah, see, they're going to start taking a lot of damage. We can do the Colossus. Reduce the amount his damage does to us. I like that boulder one. That's like just the farther you go along, the better it gets. That crushes them. That was good. That's a useful potion to get. I think we'll take another perfected strike. That ends up being pretty powerful. Let's go through here to the store. Now, was it all worth it? Can we get some useful stuff? If you end your turn with no cards in your hand, deal 20 damage to all enemies. Yes, we will take that. Upon pickup, upgrade 2 random attacks. I am happy with that. At the start of your second turn, extra energy. Yes, that is always good. Play 2 random cards from your draw pile. This one is the first attack or skill you play each turn is placed on top of your draw pile. Ashen Strike. Deal 6 damage, deals 3 additional damage for each card in your exhaust pile. That's not super useful for us. Draw 7 cards, randomize the cost of the cards in your hand this turn. I think that is a useful one. I don't think there's any removals we would do. It's just this. I'm curious. First attack or skill you play each turn is placed on top of your draw pile. Attack or skill. No, I don't think we will do. Play 2 random cards from your draw pile. Let's pick that. We'll see. Not entirely sure whether those are going to be super useful, but hopefully. I don't want that removed. Sure, we can. That is annoying that we had to give up a card there, but definitely didn't want to lose the Crimson Mantle. So we were at 26. Now we're back up to 68. And we do have this Fairy in a Bottle, which could prove to be useful as well. Which one is this? I don't know that I've seen this particular boss before. What have they got going on? Every 6 cards you play, add a Wither to your hand. Negates 3 debuffs. Increases attack damage by 1. Interesting. So if we go, we'll get the Rolling Boulder out there. Let's get the Infernal Blade. Perfected Strike. Another Infernal Blade. I don't think I want a random. Don't like what that might do. We're gonna need some defense. If we do this, then we can, let's try to use a colorless. Deal damage equal to the number of cards in your draw pile. Deal 11 damage at the start of your next turn. Return this to your hand. Deal damage equal to the number of cards in your draw pile. That could be useful, but maybe this is deal 11 damage, always comes back to your. Sure, we'll try that and see where that takes us. If we get this one out here, we can drink that. We can get that one out of here. Exhaust a random attack. It's not an attack. Well, at least we're not exhausting anything useful. Unplayable, so we'll end the turn. We're going to take some damage. There's the boulder. We want to do that, get that out there. Block. Get some more vulnerable on there. More block. The perfected strike should be huge. Oh yeah, we're down. Let's see. I think we're that's a pretty good. That was a pretty good turn. We set ourselves up well. Play 2 random cards. Juggernaut, that was massive. That was pretty much the best possible cards to play. This one will deal 34. Gain 12 block. I feel like that was a really good turn as well. The Wither is unfortunate. Do we do another Juggernaut? 15 damage, 17 damage. Maybe we do that, that. At the start of your turn, put a random attack from your discard pile into your hand and upgrade it. We are going to take damage, but we're dealing a lot of damage back the other way. So now 39 damage. 38. We have to be careful here because we could die, but we're not going to actually die. Let's do the Crimson Mantle. Actually, I just like that one. Like, it's nice that it keeps coming back and it does some pretty decent damage each time. So we are going to die here, but this should bring us back and bring us to 30% of our max, which I think is, oof, that was a little more damage than I expected. We need to pretty much end them like very, very quickly. If we do 24, 47. I mean, I guess we might as well just play our. We might as well play out our attacks. Get this one out there. We get extra damage from that. The body slam. And the stone armor. Do we survive to our next turn? We survive, I think. I think that'll be enough to let us win, because, yeah, that boulder's awesome. Wow, I did not know if that would happen. But I am super happy that we managed to get this far with the Ironclad. It's our second time past Act 3, second character that we have unlocked the Ascensions with. Where is that going to? Oh, we got 3 epochs in total that we unlocked. Get new cards, splash. Yeah, that's an interesting one. Those are cool cards to unlock. Come back this way. Some new potions. Ooh, that would be a nice one. Nice. We haven't played an exhaust. We have not played an exhaust style hand or game, deck, I guess, or game. Customizable runs and seeds. Interesting. So that's the custom where we can modify it. Well, that is cool. We've got some more things to try the next time we play here. Thank you very much for watching. This was an exciting run. Happy to beat the act, all the way through Act 3 with the Ironclad. And looking forward to playing with the other characters, see if we can get everybody onto Ascensions and see from there how far we can go or progress. But for now, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please make sure to do so you don't miss out on any of our upcoming videos. And thank you very much for watching. We will see you again soon. Take care. Bye.